Okay, in this problem, we want to find the length of the arc for RT is equal to the vector 2t, comma 3 sine t, comma 3 cosine t from the point 0, comma 0, comma 3 to 4 pi, comma 0, comma 3. And this is the formula for arc length. And before we even use the formula, we need to know how can we get 0, comma 0, comma 3, and how can we get 4 pi, comma 0, comma 3. What value of t would do this? And so what we do here, an obvious thing we can do is see 2t. How can we get 0? Obviously, t would equal 0. So we check. If t is equal to 0, we would get 0 for this. 3 sine 0 would also be 0, and 3 cosine 0 would be 3. So that's correct. So it would occur at t is equal to 0. Likewise, we need to know how can we get 4 pi, comma 0, comma 3, and an obvious choice, 4 pi. 2t is equal to 4 pi. If t is equal to 2 pi, we check. So 3 sine 2 pi is 0, 3 cosine 2 pi is 3. So that's correct. So we would get t is equal to 2 pi. And now we simply use our formula for arc length. We will use this one. So we have a would be 0, b would be 2 pi. We want to get the derivative of RT, and we want to get the magnitude of RT. So let's just do it. So we want to get the derivative of RT. So 2t would be 2, 3 sine t. The derivative would be 3 cosine t, comma 3 sine t. The derivative would be negative 3 sine t. And now we want to get the magnitude, or norm. And so what we do here is we do the square root of each term, we square it. So 2, we would have 2 squared, so 4, plus 3 cosine t, we square it. So we get 9 cosine squared t, plus negative 3 sine t, we square it, so we get 9 sine squared t. And now we use a trig identity. So 9 cosine squared t plus 9 sine squared t would simply be 9. So what we have here for this term right here would simply be 4 plus 9, which equals square root of 13. So we're almost there. So we can say that the arc length, L, is equal to the integral, let me scroll down a little bit, 0 to 2 pi. We said our a term was 0 and our b term was 2 pi. And this right here is simply square root of 13 in terms of dt. And so we take the antiderivative, and we would get t times square root of 13 from 0 to 2 pi. Now we plug in 2 pi, and obviously if we plug in 0, we get 0. So our final answer would be 2 pi square root 13. And this is our final answer, and that's all we need to do.